Hi friends, welcome to my channel, YiaYia's Heart Tarot. Today is August 22nd, and I am bringing you Monday messages to help you get the most out of your week ahead. We'll be doing 2 readings today, but before we get into the readings, I did have a couple of visions in my preparatory meditation that I'd like to share with you. Visions that I think are indications of what sort of a week is coming up for some of you. So these may resonate, and since I believe they may have something to do with the week that's coming ahead, they may not resonate at this point, but they may resonate as the week goes on. But I did want to share them with you. The first vision that I had was, I would say that it was somewhere out in nature, perhaps in a forest with a clearing ahead. And there was a light that was just gradually illuminating the scene from the left side and in front of me. And so I took that to mean that for some of you, you will finally be gaining clarity about a situation this week. It will become gradually illuminated as the week goes on. And this may come about from allowing yourself to receive, whether that is to receive help or to receive love or to receive information, but something that you've been shutting out by giving up, perhaps, just giving over to be willing to receive. And once you do that, you will gain much more clarity about a situation that has been closed off to you, or you've been in the dark about for quite some time. Also, there was a dominant feeling of the color green as well as nature, and so whatever it is that you are gaining clarity about, or whatever it is that you are allowing yourself to receive, will be very healing for you. The second vision that I had unfortunately is not so uplifting. But the second vision that I had was a vision of an old wooden, very large sailing ship. And it was struggling its way through stormy seas in a very, very cold Arctic type location. There were snow caps on the water, there was snow falling, there was a storm, there were high waves. The ship was bucking over the waves, but it was continuing forward, probably without much choice. It was dark, and there was a storm, and so I had the impression of someone standing trying to see ahead, but that they really weren't able to see much of what was coming up. I just had the feeling that they were desperately trying to see where they were going and what was coming ahead. They may have been looking for something specific. They may have been looking for a place to land. They may have been looking for land, period. But I got the impression from this vision that for some of you, this week is going to be pretty tough sailing. And you're going to be in a position where there isn't help really that can get to you. You're going to have to take things on yourself. It may be a really tough week, and you're not yet going to be able to see where things are going. This may be something that you have been battling with for some time, but I also got the impression that whoever this individual was that was looking ahead and trying to see what was ahead, they were committed to staying with this, and they were bravely battling this situation. So although I definitely had the impression that there wasn't yet anything that they could see, there was not an end in sight quite yet. They were still going to have to keep battling through whatever this was, and they were going to have to do it on their own. I did get the impression that this individual would continue to battle and would continue to be strong and resilient and be able to draw upon their own resources. I didn't feel like this person was ready to give up. I felt that while the situation was very difficult and they acknowledged that it was very difficult, they were not deterred from continuing the battle. They were not giving up the fight. They didn't feel like they were losing and ready to give up. So while the outlook was not readily available yet, still the reserve and the resilience that I felt in this vision was encouraging. So those were the visions that I saw for the meditation today, and that may be kind of an indication of two possible outcomes for the week that might be coming up. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the groups today. There will be two groups, as I mentioned earlier. The first group is this mason jar with rose petals in it. And the second group is a white candle, a white jar candle. The brand really doesn't matter, but it's Tuscany Farmhouse, if you are interested. So take whatever time you need to tune in to each group and see which one calls to you. You may know immediately. You may need to take some time with it. You may want to listen to both messages, whichever is fine. And as usual, as always, the groups will be linked to a timestamp in the description below. So once you decide which group you'd like to hear, simply drop down and click on the timestamp. It'll take you directly to the start of your message. And I will see you there. Hi, Group 1. This is your reading, the rose petals. And I forgot to mention in the intro that I am trying out a new spread. It's similar to the one that I have been using, but it's a new spread that I wrote today. Just kind of changing things up a little bit. So we will see how it goes. Sometimes when I write up a new spread, there are things I run into during the reading that I didn't anticipate, but hopefully this will go smoothly. So the first question that we have for Spirit for the tarot cards is, what blessings does the week bring for Group 1? What blessings does the week ahead bring for Group 1? Spirit, what blessings are coming for Group 1 this week? Okay, we got the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Coins. So the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Coins. The Knight of Swords is a card of decisive, clear action. It is, and action probably is not the correct word. It's a card of clear decision, of clear insight, but it is typically something, not just an idea that comes to you, but then an idea that you actually put into motion. So, and then we also had the Seven of Coins. And so this idea is going to bring forth potentially some abundance for you. So the blessings for the week are that you're going to have an idea, or an idea is going to kind of gel, come together, become more clear. And this idea is going to bring you more abundance into your life. It's going to yield some rewards. It's not necessarily going to be a windfall right off the bat, but it is definitely going to set you on the path to achieving some stability and some abundance. This very likely could be in the area of finances or ownership. So it may be that it could be something to do with a job, with a task that you're doing at work that's going to be lucrative for you. It could be with regard to like if you're making a big purchase, it could be that you might be very shrewd about how you go about this purchase and you get the best deal for your money. So that's the blessings that I see for you this week. You're going to have some clarity, some decisiveness surrounding an idea that is going to bring at least the start of some abundance for you. So, Spirit, how will this week help Group 1 to move closer to their goals? How is this week going to help them move closer to their goals or their chosen path, to move them along their path or bring them closer to their goals? Okay, so we got the 6 of Wands, the Ace of Coins, and the 8 of Wands. So, going back to this original position here, the Ace of Coins is saying that this is going to be the start of something that will, in fact, bring you abundance. It's going to be the start of something that is solid, that is stable, that's going to work really well, and it's going to bring you material rewards of some sort. It is going to be so much so that it's going to be a cause for celebration, and it is actually going to happen fairly quickly. It's going to sort of gel very quickly for you. So it may be something that you've been pondering for quite some time, or an idea that's kind of been bouncing around that you just weren't quite sure how to make it work. Something is going to fall into your lap, basically. Something is just going to drop into your head or onto your desk, or a friend is going to make some comment or something along those lines that is just going to make the pieces fit all of a sudden. Everything's going to fall together for you, and it's going to be the start of something that is going to be quite lucrative for you. Again, it may not be something that makes you entirely wealthy, but it's definitely going to be something that is going to make your life much more comfortable, and sort of more fulfilled, and whether that's money or possessions, but very sort of earthly things, very sort of grounded energy with this, that what's going to be coming to you is physical, tangible stuff, not like praise or love or anything like that. It's going to be actual physical things or money or something like that. So that is how the week is going to help you move closer to your goals. It's going to clarify again. It's going to set this ball in motion that will help you, that will begin your trip to making a reality this idea that you have. So how can Group 1, thank you, Spirit, for these messages. How can Group 1 avoid obstacles this week? How can they best avoid any obstacles this week? How can Group 1 avoid obstacles this week that may crop up for them? Or deal with them if they do? How can Group 1 avoid or deal with obstacles that may crop up for them? Okay. So we got the 3 of rods and we got the 7 of swords. So the way that you can best deal with any obstacles that come up is to be very decisive about it. Don't doubt, don't question, don't look for, when you have an idea, when you have a thought, don't second guess yourself. That's the way that you can best avoid or deal with any obstacles that might crop up. Be very decisive. Just take the first idea. There's going to be an idea that just feels like it's the right thing. It's just gonna land, and it's gonna be like, oh geez, why didn't I see that before? So when that happens, go with it. Don't second guess it. Don't look for something that you are missing. Don't think it's too good to be true. Just go with it. That's the way that you can best avoid any obstacles this week, is just to be decisive and go with this idea in its first incarnation. Don't try and change it. Don't try and fix it. Don't try and add to it. Just go with it the way it is. So, Spirit, what solutions are going to come to light this week for Group 1? What solutions will come to light for them? What solutions are going to come to light for Group 1? Okay, the 5 of Wands and the Lover's card. Interesting. So there's been some confusion with regard to a relationship. And I don't know if this relationship has anything to do with this idea, with this, whatever it is that is going to come together for you. This may be completely separate. It may be that the confusion was caused because you have been sort of in a stagnant place waiting for your ship to come in, basically. Waiting for the money to come in, waiting for, to be able to buy the house or whatever it is that you're working toward, this abundance that's going to be coming your way. But the solution that's going to come to you this week is with regard to this relationship. And this relationship, there's just a lot of confusion in this relationship. There is, I don't know what this is about, but there's, it might be confusion, it might be disagreement. I feel like that might be even more likely, that there's some disagreement here, or there's just some bickering, you're just not coming together on things. And so there's going to be a solution to that's going to come about this week. And again, I don't know if it's because of this that there's going to be a solution, or if it's something else that's going to happen that is going to fix this problem. But whatever it is that is going to bring the solution to it, this is the problem that's going to find a solution, is with this relationship, where there's a disconnect within this relationship. And this doesn't necessarily mean, like a significant other, a spouse. This could be with a child. This could be with a coworker. This could be with a friend. There's just somewhere there's some friction and disagreements, and you're just not seeing eye to eye with an individual. But that's going to get solved this week. It's all going to get figured out, and it's going to work itself out. It's going to be fine. So, how can Group 1 achieve their greatest good this week? How can Group 1 achieve their greatest good? How can Group 1 achieve their greatest good this week? This is a new deck. It's a little sticky, so we'll have to see how this looks here. If, in fact, we're supposed to have these cards all together. This is interesting. We got 3 major arcana this week. So we got the Empress, we got the Death card, and we got the High Priestess. So the Empress and the High Priestess are basically saying that you need to nurture your intuition. You need to be willing to receive messages from your intuition, not from your analytical mind, not from the gossip mongers, not from outside sources. You need to really, really nurture your intuition. You need to trust that when you get this intuitive hit, which when this thought clarifies, it's not going to be something that you work out piece by piece by piece. It's just going to come dropping in, and suddenly it's going to make sense. That's your intuition that's going to fix that for you. Likewise, this relationship, there's this confusion. It could be an intuitive hit that fixes that solves that problem as well. So, so the way to achieve your greatest good this week is to let go of anything that you've been holding on to that's not serving you. Step away from holding on to grudges. Basically, that's what this is. This the Death card and the Eight of Cups here is saying that you need to let go of any grudges that you're holding on to, or let go of fear. If this idea that you have been working toward is something that you're feeling desperate about, that you've got to come up with a solution, or you're not going to be able to pay the rent, or your life's going to fall apart, or maybe this relationship is affected by that and you're afraid it's gonna fall apart. The way to achieve your highest good this week is to let go of any lower emotions that are holding you back, which you may not even realize. So if you're desperate about this situation, if you're afraid of what's coming in the near future, if things don't turn around, if you are angry about something, whatever it is, you need to let go of that emotion, and it will be a very emotional thing. It's not something that necessarily that you're just thinking about. It's something that really lands emotionally. It's something that really scares you or makes you feel sick in the pit of your stomach. It's definitely an emotional thing. You need to let that go. Stop worrying, stop being angry, stop being frustrated, whatever it is, just let it go. Realize that whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And whether you worry about it or get angry about it or whatever negative emotion you've attached to it, whether you do that or not, it's still going to happen. However it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So the fact of the matter is, you may as well let go of all that emotion that's just dragging your energy out of you, and bringing you to kind of a dark place, because it's going to happen anyway. And so you may as well let it happen without it depleting you as much as it is now. So just let it be, let it go. And then really nurture your intuition and your insight. Nurture your emotions and your heart. Nurture your heart. Just really trust and love that the wonder and the joy and the when you're looking forward to something and you first wake up in the morning and you're not even really completely awake, but you just have this feeling of anticipation. You're so excited and it just makes you so happy in the moment. You don't even know what you're happy about. And then as you get up and you remember that you're looking forward to something, or maybe you can't remember what it is you're looking forward to, but that anticipatory feeling, that anticipation of something wonderful is coming, that's what you need to attach to whatever it is that when you have this idea, this flash, this download, whatever it is, you need to, there's going to be a momentary feeling of that was cool, or oh my gosh, that's so wonderful, or just this amazement that's just going to hit when this insight or this intuition drops in. Really, really, really grab onto that feeling of this is so wonderful, that's amazing, and try to live in that feeling as much as you can. The more you can feel that life is amazing, everything is wonderful, there is just so much to see and to do that is just joyful. It doesn't have to be anything that costs a lot of money. It doesn't have to be anything that takes a lot of time. It's just noticing the things that are amazing. A flower, or even thinking about, like, there was one day that I was driving home from work years ago, and I looked up and there were clouds in the sky, and I just thought, how in the heck do those stay up there? How in the heck do clouds stay in the sky? And I was absolutely mesmerized and amazed by that thought. It was just the most fascinating, wondrous thing that these clouds are just floating along up there in the sky when they should be heavier than air. Anyway, I digress. But nurture that feeling of wonder. So that's the way to get the most out of your week, and your life, for that matter. So, what outcome can Group 1 look forward to? Spirit, thank you for these messages. And what outcome can Group 1 look forward to this week? What outcome can they look forward to? Whoa, we don't need the whole deck. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. We got, you know what? I don't think these cards fell out, and I don't think this is the cards that we were supposed to get. So let's put that back and let's try again. Like I said, this is a new deck and it's sticky. Spirit, can you please help me get just the cards that we need? Okay. Well, we got the 10 and the 8 of Swords. So I think that there is there's a message here that's basically saying that the outcome of the week is dependent. We've got the Page of Swords, and then in addition to that, we've got the 10 and the 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Swords deals with putting yourself in a position that is sort of a self-imposed trap, that you are kind of, you've got yourself in a dark space, and you feel like you can't get out. And the 10 of Swords goes along with that. You're feeling trapped. You're feeling attacked. But the Page of Swords is saying that this situation is, how do I want to say this? It's an illusion. It's basically in your head. And then we also got the King and the Knight of Cups, or elixirs, in this deck. So this is saying that your emotions are going to have a very strong impact on the way your week ends. So the king and the knight basically trump the ace and the 8 and the 10. So this is saying that the King of Cups is someone who makes everyone feel welcome. And the Knight of Cups is someone who goes out and rescues anyone who is in a bad place, basically. So these cards, I believe, and then we got the 6 of Coins. Yeah, so the 6 of Coins is talking about making a decision or making a judgment, and deciding which way you want to go. So what this is saying is that your week is going to depend on which way you decide to go. If you decide to live in the belief of this happiness, this joy that we talk about, nurturing this intuition and nurturing this love of life, then your week is going to end on a very positive note, where you are mastering your emotional state. But if you choose to trap yourself and believe that you are stuck in this, and swords are all about intellect too, so this is basically getting trapped in your own head. So if you decide to live under the illusion that this isn't working out, that if you start the overthinking thing, if you start disbelieving, if you begin to if you can't let go of these negative emotions that we talked about earlier, then your week is going to end with you feeling trapped and attacked, and like nothing's ever going to work out. But if you choose to believe in and nurture this heartfelt emotion and insight and intuition, then your week is going to end feeling very fulfilled and feeling, not just feeling fulfilled and loved, but being fulfilled and loved. If we go back to this solution that you're going to come up with this week, and this may be, this might be the key to the whole reading right here, the solution that's going to present itself with this relationship. That could be as much the key as anything else, because the solution to this relationship might be what is causing the negative emotions that you're dealing with, that you need to let go of to be able to get the most out of your week. So if you focus on the win of figuring out this relationship, and things working out here, rather than focusing on, problems or pitfalls that you might be experiencing through the week, or overthinking how this can't possibly be working as easily as it is. If you focus more on the analytical side rather than the emotional side, then things aren't going to work out as well for you. But if you focus more on the emotional side and let the analytical side go, then things are going to end up well for you at the end of the week. So that is the reading, and I feel like, though, I would like to get some additional messages, because I feel like there's something here that kind of needs closure. So I'm going to grab a different deck and see if Spirit has got any additional messages for this, because I feel like something is missing. Spirit, do you have any additional messages for Group 1, please, to clarify any of this? Additional messages for them. Yeah, okay, well, we got... Okay, so we got the 2 of Cups which again is, we got the Lovers before, but the Two of Cups is very similar. And we got the Devil card, which as well, yeah, so we got the Two of Cups and we got the Devil card. So again, this relationship here is being hindered by misconceptions, or by hanging on to something that has got you shackled to a misbelief, to a misconception. So there's something that is, like I said, there. Here we had this card of confusion, of just not getting along or not agreeing on something. Now we've got the Devil card, which basically is saying that there's something that you're holding on to, or that's holding on to you, that is kind of, if not necessarily a misconception, it's a, I don't know, like a bad habit, or you're holding on really hard to maybe your point of view. You can't let go. You can't compromise. So that's what's blocking, or could be what's blocking this relationship here. And so the message I think that's coming forward here, we also got the Six of Wands and the Knight of Wands, and the Six of Wands is a card of triumphing and then being able to celebrate. And the Knight of Wands is kind of the start of that, is going out and doing what needs to get done, so that you can come back and be victorious. So I think the message that Spirit is telling you again, that they're reiterating here, is that you need to focus on this relationship, this emotion, rather than the intellect, or overthinking things, or the negative emotions. Really need to focus on fixing this relationship. And now that I'm thinking about it, this relationship could even be with yourself. The relationship that this talks about could be with yourself, with your self-esteem, with your self-belief. You may not be trusting yourself. You may not be believing in what is coming to you. And so you might be discounting that this idea is going to work, or you might be afraid to try and put it into action. So the message that Spirit has here is that you need to overcome this devil to fix this relationship, whether this relationship is with another individual, or, as I'm now beginning to see, I think that this relationship is as much with yourself and your higher self and your doubting self. So this needs to be fixed so that you can proceed with whatever this idea, this action that you need to take. Proceed with this vision that you've had, and be triumphant and be able to celebrate a win, basically. So that's the outcome. That's the additional message that I see, just kind of clarifying that this relationship, and letting go of the negative emotions that you're hanging on to, the doubt that you're hanging on to, the disbelief, the not believing in yourself, whatever this is, letting go of that is going to be the key to all of this working out. So we drew an oracle card ahead of time, so let's see what we got. We got Descendant, and it also says Invitation. So let me get the book and see what this talks about. Descendant. While the ascendant describes how you can enter the world, while the ascendant describes how you enter the world, the descendant is the place where you invite equal others to come into your world. It describes how you see these peers, what you project upon them, and what you were trained to respect in them. The descendant is where the sun would be at sunset. Look at how you invite others to dance with you, to relate. Be welcoming while also keeping healthy boundaries in place. Once you feel comfortable about your ground rules for the people you bring into your life, it is easier to open your heart. So, that might be a key to how you can solve some of this issue with either another individual, a relationship with yourself, whatever the relationship is. If you notice that you keep people at a distance or avoid meeting new people, investigate this habit. Though it might have been important to protect you at one time in your life, consider how it is working for you now and what would help you to feel safe enough to open this door. So again, we're letting go of these negative emotions that you are being fearful in your life. Also notice in what areas of your life you ask other people to do your work for you. The descendant can point to what you might try to import from other people. While this practice can refer to an important skill in a work situation, it has its dangers in a personal relationship. Interesting. Differentiating possible work situation from a relationship. If you feel disempowered, you might be drawn to powerful people. If you're an extrovert who inwardly craves emotional and spiritual intimacy, you might draw in someone who helps you cozy up at home. It's wonderful when others can help you develop latent characteristics within yourself, but if you ask them to do this work for you and they leave, there goes your resource. If you see them as only an extension of yourself, you can't really see them. When you develop your own resources, you can see these others as whole beings with their own needs and gifts. Your challenge is you give your power away when instead of working together, you ask others to be what is missing in yourself. Your gift, tend the inlet to your heart. So again, we're talking about nurturing this heartfelt intuition. Tend the inlet to your heart. Invite in relationships that are clear, healing, nurturing, self-responsible, and encouraging of mutual evolution. So interesting that this card kept coming back to nurturing your heart, letting go of negative emotions, and relationships. So, still kind of dealing with the same theme of the reading. So I hope this reading helps you to move through your week successfully and get the most out of your week. It was an interesting reading, so I am glad that I had a chance to bring this reading to you, and I appreciate your being here with me today, and I hope that you come back whenever you feel inclined to do so, and I will see you then. Thanks. Bye-bye. Hi, Group 2. This is your reading, The White Candle. I forgot to mention in the intro that I'm trying out a new spread that I wrote up today. It felt a little clunky in the first reading, but that may have just been the reading itself. So hopefully it will go smoothly. If not, I may have to revise the spread, but we're going to give it another shot. So with that being said, the first query that we have is, what blessings does the week ahead have for Group 2? What blessings does the week ahead have for you, Group 2? What blessings are coming for Group 2? What blessings are coming for Group 2? Sorry. I feel like those cards weren't what we were supposed to get. Okay, so what blessings are coming for Group 2? Okay, so we got the Two of Rods, we got the Justice card, and we got the Nine of Swords. So what is coming for you this week? What blessings are coming for you this week is you're going to make a decision that is going to rectify a situation that has been harmful to you. You are going to either make a decision or you're going to like take your due. You're you are going to take what's yours, basically. So that may be deciding to step away from the situation. That might be demanding what you deserve from the situation. That might be just letting the whole situation go. But it's a situation that has been causing you some significant pain and strife. And so this week, the blessings that are coming to you is that there is going to be some action or decision that you are going to make that is going to rectify the situation in your favor. It's either going to compensate you for this situation, or it might just extricate you from the situation finally, so you don't have to deal with it anymore. So that's the blessings that are coming to you this week. So Spirit, thank you for those messages. How will this week help Group 2 move closer to their goals or to proceed on their highest path? How will this week help them to move forward toward their goals or on their highest path? Okay. Okay, again, we are getting some cards of decision. The Tower, you are going to, things are going to, they're going to come to a head. Things are going to change significantly. Something, whatever this is that's been causing you pain, is going to just either crumble or it's going to get demolished. And it's going to come about because you're going to put your foot down. You're going to possibly make some decision. You're going to step away. You're going to find your peace. Whatever you are going to do, you're going to make a very decisive action that is going to, or a decisive decision, set some boundaries, whatever that looks like. But it's going to just, there's a situation that's been going on that's been causing you a lot of pain, and you're done with it. You're just done with it. You are tired of dealing with it, and so you are going to make a decision or take an action that is just going to just demolish the whole situation. You're just going to be done with it. You're whether that's to say I'm not going to put up with this anymore and step away, or whether that's to say, look, this isn't right. I've been, this has been taking advantage of me. I need this compensation. Whatever the case may be, you're basically done with the situation. You're fed up with the situation. You're going to take some very decisive action or decision and make it go away, whatever the situation is. And it is going to provide you with a tremendous sense of relief. Tremendous. It's going to open up so many possibilities for you to finally be rid of this situation, whether it's going to bring you money, or whether it's just going to get you away from something that's just been draining you all this time. Whatever the outcome is of you just pushing away the situation and getting yourself out of the situation, it's just going to bring you just a tremendous, it's going to be this huge weight lifted off your shoulders, and it's going to open up a lot of doors for you. It's going to open up a lot of possibilities, just a ton of possibilities. It's just either that, or it's going to be, a possibility or a situation that is just going to be just huge that you didn't see before, or you didn't have access to before. So that's how this week is going to help you move closer to your goals, or to move you forward on your path. So, Spirit, thank you for those messages. How can Group 2 avoid or deal with any obstacles this week? How can they avoid or deal with any obstacles that might come up this week for Group 2? Please and thank you. Okay, we got the Sun, we got the Nine of Cups, and we got the Princess of Swords. So the way that you can deal with any obstacles that happen this week is to very decisively and quickly get yourself out of them and remain happy and keep your emotions joyful. So if the situation tries to suck you back in again, don't let it. Absolutely do not let it. Master your thoughts and master your, if you have a flash of temper, anything like that, take control of that right away and maintain. We got the Sun card and the Nine of Cups, both just extremely joyous, happy, loving energies. So the way to avoid any entanglements or obstacles or deal with them is just to not get caught up in negative emotions, not get caught up in the bickering or the trying to drag you back into being hurt by this situation. Don't let that happen. That's how to deal with any obstacles this week. Just stay happy, be thankful, realize that you're finally getting out from under whatever the situation is and that things are going to get better from here on out. So what solutions will come to light for Group 2 this week, Spirit? Thank you so much for these messages, and what solutions are going to come to light for them this week? What solutions are going to come to light for them? Oh yeah, this is great. You're going to figure out how to get what you want, basically. How to manifest your best life. How to, and this is in, we got the King of Pentacles. This is in a very physical, material sense. So the solution is going to come to you this week, how you can stabilize your finances or purchase a home or a car or something else that you really need that you've not had. You're going to be able to manifest whatever it is that you have, that whatever abundance that you have needed and not been able to do up till now. So I don't know if the situation that you're going to get yourself out of, it may be something that's going to bring you some money. It could be that you were financially wronged and you are going to be compensated. So that could be part of the situation. But whatever the situation is, by getting out of the situation, you are going to find the solution to fix your finances or to fix your needs, your material needs are going to be met. Or at least they're going to be helped a great deal. And I really feel like this is going to be kind of a big deal. This is going to really solve a big need for you, something that was really missing and that was really affecting you. Going back to the first cards that we had here, that Nine of Swords that we had. This situation is something that was really, really affecting you, really stressing you out, really causing you a lot of distress and problems. And now you're going to find the solution to that. You're going to find the solution to bringing in whatever it is that you didn't have that you really needed. And that will likely be in a material sense. So it's going to be money, or it's going to be possessions, something like that. It could be kind of making a happier family might be part of it too. It could be that you are going to find more happiness and fulfillment with your job. So any of those things that kind of make your life like physically better, that make your life more abundant, more materially stable. Something there that's really important is going to get solved. So Spirit, thank you so much for that message. How can group 2 achieve their greatest good this week? What can they do to achieve their greatest good to help this situation? Okay, again, we've got the Prince of Cups and we've got the 10 of Cups. So again, what you can do, what you will help you to achieve the greatest good is just emotionally stay in a good place. Don't let this situation suck you back in again. Don't let the details become too much. Don't stress about it mentally. Don't get caught up in thinking about it. Don't stress about it emotionally. Stay in a good emotional place. Realize that this situation, getting yourself out of this situation, even if it might be tricky and it might be stressful and there might be some hurt feelings about it, there might be some, you might be harboring a grudge about whatever the situation is. Don't get sucked into that side of it. Stay in the knowledge that you are making a better life for yourself by getting out of this position, and stay in that energy of looking forward to what is coming, looking forward to how much better your life is going to be now. So that is how you can achieve the greatest good for your week. Emotionally stay in a very positive place about this situation. Thank you, Spirit, for that message, that beautiful message. And what outcome can Group 2 look forward to this week? What outcome can they look forward to? What outcome can Group 2 look forward to this week, please? What outcome can they look forward to? Can I get some more clarity on this card, please? Okay. Well, we got the Princess of Wands, and I have a feeling that this is representative of you. Whether you are male or female, this card is saying that by moving forward, by taking action in a way that doesn't hold a grudge, by taking action in a way that you're not looking for a pound of flesh, you're not trying to punish anyone, you just want to make things better for yourself. You just want to get rid of the situation. You don't want to belabor the point. You don't want to punish anybody for it. You just want to get away. You just want to stop being hurt by it. This here, you want to stop this being hurt by it. So by acting in this way, taking an action that is respectful, that is even being able to see that this other person or other entity that has been harming you, basically forgiving them, moving ahead and forgiving them, just letting it go, letting them do whatever they need to do, but forgiving them so that you can let them go, so you can get it out of your life and not be constantly thinking about it, not be revisiting the whole thing over and over and over again, which basically does harm to you. So by moving forward in this way, by taking this action, by keeping in this positive place, and knowing that even though the situation harmed you all along. You don't have to keep going back there and being angry about it. You can just move on. Just move on. So by doing that, you are going to win. You're going to, you are really, really going to take the very highest winnings away from the situation that you possibly can. You're going to, it's going to bring you everything, basically. You are going to be you're going to come out ahead. You're going to come out above all of the other factors in this situation just by being the bigger man or by being the bigger woman, by not holding grudges, by just letting it go. Back here when we had the Tower card, letting it fall apart, letting it fall away, but getting out of the situation. By doing that, you're going to come out of this situation basically clean and unscathed and unencumbered. You're not going to have all of this weight hanging off of you anymore because you made a clean break. So that's the outcome that Spirit is predicting for you, because you're able to stay in this positive place of emotion and not hold grudges and not continue to be harmed by the situation even once you get out of it. That's going to gain you everything. It's going to emotionally fix what you've been going through. It's going to financially or abundance, materially fix what you've been going through. We've seen all that, and it's going to just open up this lovely potential to feel your life is good again. So that's the outcome that you can look forward to this week. And I really hope that this does work out for you, because I really feel this, whatever the situation is, has really been oppressing you for a long time. It's been harming you for a long time. But I see so many cards of just love and abundance. I mean, it's crazy. We've got the Sun, we've got the Star, we've got the Ten of Cups, we've got the Prince of Cups, we've got the King of Pentacles, we've got the Magician, we've got the Princess of Wands. I mean, unbelievable positive energy here that is just screaming of your strength, your ability to rise above this situation. How amazing you are to be able to do this. I'm really proud of you. So I am sort of in awe right now of this reading. This is pretty amazing, and I hope this happens for you quickly and easily. Wow. So I drew an oracle card ahead of time. So let's take a look at this oracle card. So the card that we got is Dignified, and it also says Strength. Dignified and Strength. So let's take a look at the book and see what this has to tell us. I like it already. Dignified is kind of the word that's been eluding me here for all of this. Remain dignified when you get out of this situation. So it says, a planet is at its strongest when it is essentially or accidentally dignified in a sign or placement that aligns with its nature and adds strength. For example, Mars is its most Mars-like when in Scorpio or Aries, the two signs it rules, or in Capricorn, which is a strong sign of leadership. A dignified planet is like the soccer player who happens to be out in front and free in the exact right place to receive a pass. Your voice matters. Trust that you are what's needed here in this moment. You are in your element and at the right place at the right time, so you have an advantage. But it's up to you to make a choice and run with the ball. Dodge the obstacles and look for the opportunities just beginning to emerge. Have faith in yourself. You have what it takes, even if you don't know it yet. It is up to you to tap into your potential and find the resources within. Play to your strengths, use your contacts, Sing the song that best fits your voice. Do so with humble respect for the process. This situation is strong enough for you to fulfill your potential without stepping on another person to get ahead. See, that's what we were talking about. The wind is with you, but will not do the work for you. Take the lead, do your work, and bring your team along with you. Challenge. It may be tempting to take over. Yes, it's time for you to shine, but bring everyone along with you rather than dominate them, or you may be left high and dry once the game is over. So I think that this is speaking of, not holding these grudges, not trying to dominate the people who have wronged you. So the gift: for weeks, months, or lifetimes, you have prepared for this moment. The muscle you've built in body and soul and the understanding you have accrued are needed here at this time and place. So you've been preparing for this battle, this victory that you have coming, and you're ready. So do what you need to do. Take the high ground. Get yourself out of this situation, and don't look back. And I think things are going to turn around for you in a big way. So thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading. I am grateful and I am humbled that I could be a part of this for you. And I really hope that this all comes to fruition for you just the way that we've talked about. Good luck with your week, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.